Ready? Okay, everyone, let's get started. Go ahead and get into child's pose. So you're gonna have your toes together, your knees open wide. Work to put your forehead on your mat, pressing your hips back onto your heels and stretching your fingers forward. And taking this time to connect with your breath and your mat. Now, if your forehead doesn't touch your mat, you can just lift your hips up to get your forehead down. And then once you're there, you can work on creating a little bit more length, a little bit more space in your body. So as you practice your yoga, work to keep the breath at the front of your mind's eye. And a good way to do that, to stay connected with it, is to collect details about it. So inhaling, what do you notice? Your rib cage move, maybe the sound of the breath. Exhaling, noticing how you create more space in your body. And even though you're in this position on the floor, as you inhale, work to make your belly rise. And as you exhale, fall. So you can really maximize the space you have in your lungs and your body so you can take in all the air that you need. A couple more breaths here, in and out through your nose. Before we continue on, pressing the left sit bone down and gently walking your fingers to the right. You can pick your head up or just leave it down on your mat. As you work to create a stretch on the left side of your body, a slight compression on your right. Still breathing equally on both sides of your lungs. And still looking to create more space, whether it be less thoughts bouncing around in your mind, or more space in your stretch. All set here, let's gently walk the fingers back to the center. And then we'll take it to the left, pressing the right sit bone down. Breathing nice, slow, mindful breaths in and out through your nose. Strengthen your creative mind throughout your class by sending your breath to an area of your body that you're working with. So here on my right side rib cage, I'm going to send my breath there and see if I can get some more space. And again, that's using your creative mind, just seeing what happens whenever you try that. Still deep breathing in and out through your nose. Ready to bring it back to the center, so gently walk your fingers back to the center. Align your hips once again on your heels. A couple more breaths at your own pace. Before we continue on, if your eyes are closed, you can open them. We will blink a couple of times. Slide the palms down toward your face and press into your first tabletop position. So for tabletop, you want to find your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. A lot of the times you'll see this kind of slouching here, so make sure that's pulled up. We're going to create a nice flat back like a tabletop. Going to warm up the spine now. Watch your fingers are open wide. Knuckles, fingertips press into your mat. Cows and cats come next, and they go like this. Inhale, drop your belly. Keep your teeth together, look behind you, keep your shoulders back. Exhale around your spine, so press into your palms, pull your belly in. Nice arched spine like a cat. Inhale, drop your belly. Scoop your chest, looking behind you, waking up your spine. And exhale, round the spine, press into your palms. Lift up your shoulder blades. Inhale. drop your belly. And exhale around your spine, good. So you can meet me back in a neutral tabletop position and we'll start to warm up your center. Take your right arm, stretch it forward like you're gonna shake hands. And then take your left leg and stretch it back and just hold it here. So I'm gonna work to keep my hips, gonna work to keep them square. I'm working to keep my toes pointing down, my arm reaching long. Booty's gonna be engaged a little bit, center's engaged, thighs engaged. Let's inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose and your elbow to your knee. Keep your shin lifted nice and high. Inhale, lengthen. Toes pointing down, arm reaching forward. Exhale, knee to your nose, elbow to your knee. Little crunch, keep your shin lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. And then coming out of it, we'll get back into your tabletop position. Good. Inhale, drop your belly. And exhale around your spine. Good. Try to get on the other side now. Once again, find tabletop. Left arm stretches forward, the right leg stretches back, and take a moment here to find some good alignment. Belly pulled in, heel reaching back, left arm reaching forward. We inhale, lengthen. You've got your balance too. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and your elbow to your knee. Shin lifted nice and high. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Keep your toes pointing down, fingers reaching forward. Exhale, knee to your nose. Now coming out of it, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly. And exhale around your spine, really good. So warming up your center strength a little bit now. Let's continue on and do the shoulders. You're gonna take your right arm, stretching it forward like you're gonna shake hands, and then just start to circle it out. So I'm a fan of peeling my chest open. You can keep your chest square and you can move on your knees, whatever works for you. Let's stop at the top and go the other direction. Let's inhale the arm up. So that's your right arm and it comes underneath your left armpit, bringing your right ear to your mat. Good. And then just pause here. So you can stay right here if you like. It's a great place to be. You can kind of work on aligning your hips so you can create more of a stretch in your right side shoulder and body. That's our first mission here, is to stretch your right shoulder. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can take your left hand and walk it to the top corner of your mat and pause there. Taking a moment to acknowledge the different places in your posture before you move on. If this feels good to you and makes sense in your body, let's inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bend the elbow and grab the inside of your right thigh, peeling that top left shoulder back. So you'll see it better on the other side. But right now, focus on just pulling that top shoulder open at your left while you stretch your right. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, it's up to you. You can come under the ball of your left foot. So I'll start there, find my balance, and if you want to pick it up, you can choose to do that. Not my favorite thing to do. You can just stay on the ball of your foot, if you like as well. And then once you're satisfied with your efforts, you can bring your knee down, bring your foot down, unleash the bind, bring the left hand up to the top corner of your mat, slide it down towards your face. Now on the inhale, press into your left hand to open up your chest. And on the exhale, bring your hand back down. You're in tabletop position once again. So let's inhale, drop your belly. And exhale, round your spine once again. Good job. Let's do that again on the other side. Take your left arm, stretch it forward like you're shaking hands, and then start to circle it out. So again, whatever pace you like to go, whatever movements you like to go, it's your practice. It's your day. Let's go the other direction. Inhale the arm up, and then exhale, thread the needle again. So bring your left ear to your mat, left arm underneath your right side armpit, and then just pause there. So again, you might just choose to stay here. I feel plenty of stretch on my left side. It feels pretty good. Make sure you're still aware of your breath. It's still at the front of your mind's eye as you practice. And then let's see if we can move out the right hand to the top corner of your mat. Pause there. Taking it a little bit further, let's inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bend the elbow and reach for the inside of your left thigh. So now I'm peeling that right shoulder open, as well as stretching my left ear too. Taking it a little bit further, we can come to the ball of the right foot. And then again, you can choose to lift it up, or you can just stay on the ball of your foot. Whatever you like to do. And then when you're satisfied with your effort, you can bring your foot down, your knee down, unleash your bind, slide the right palm down towards your face, press into your palm. Inhale, open up your chest, and then exhale, bring your hand back down. Good. Inhale, drop your belly, and exhale, round your spine. So warming up for the spine, the center of your breath. Let's move on to our first downward facing dog. So you can flex your backside toes and press into downward facing dog. Now my heels come to the mat. Yours might not, they might be a little lifted, that's okay. Just start to pedal your heels out and try to get your heels onto the mat, just to open up your hamstrings. And then notice your fingers, you want to keep them spread out nice and wide. Your knuckles pressing onto your mat, your fingertips pressing onto your mat. Down dogs are a resting posture. I mean, it can be, so you want to make nice with it. Just experience it a little bit here. Maybe you'll open your mouth and just let it hang open. Shake your head out a little bit too. It's a nice way to relieve tension in your jaw. Now let's work on the pelvis and your legs. Let's inhale the right leg back. Open up your hips, bend your knee, draw a little circle with your foot, draw a little circle with your knee. So this isn't really a posture, it's just a way to kind of open up your pelvis so it doesn't look quite like mine. That's okay, just do what feels right. Bring your hips square, bring your foot back down, pedal your heels out once again. Now let's try that on the other side. I'm going to inhale the left leg back, open up the hips, bend the knee, do a couple circles here. Some circles with the knee. Bring your hips square and bring your foot back down again. Pedal your heels out right and left. Nice job. So open up the pelvis a little bit here. Now let's work on strengthening the upper body. So I want everybody right now to just drop to your knees. So we're back in a tabletop position. I want you to point your right toes to the right side corner of your mat and then pick up your right hand and take a little plank. So challenging your balance. If you're a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Fall out of it, get back into it, and try it again. If this is good for you and you want to do a little bit more, let's pick up the right leg and hold it like that. Right? Go 3, 2, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put the right foot down, bring the right hand down, bring the right knee down, and then flip to the other side. So point your toes to the left side, pick up your left hand. Good. If that feels good, you want a little bit more, you can pick up your left foot, challenge your balance, strengthening your body, keep your fingers active and keep your breath moving so you feel a little bit lighter. Remember, if something's limp, it's going to be harder to hold it, so keep it strong and engaged. That feels good, ready to come out of it. You can bring your foot down, bring your hand down, bring your knee down, and tabletop position again. I want you to point your toes up. I'm going to bring my hands a little bit forward. You're going to point your toes up, elbows kind of back towards you, and we're just going to take a push up and hold that here. So working on the upper body, just nice and mild approach. You can straighten your arms, bring your toes back down, and then drop to your forearms. Shift forward. That's a modified dolphin plank. Activating your chest, toning your arms, and getting you to start communicating with your upper body. And then bring it back to a tabletop position. And we'll try that whole thing again, but now with a little bit more. So you can choose to come back to your knees like we just did, or you can try it with me like this. I'm going to flex my toes and lift back to downward facing dog. So you've got your heels and toes together. I'm gonna spin my heels to the left and take a plank from down dog. If that's too much to have your feet on top of each other, you can unstack your feet. Think about lifting your hip up to the ceiling. And if that feels really good, maybe you'll pick up your right leg, right? Breathing, it's no problem. We'll go 3, 2, okay, go ahead, bring your leg down. You can bring your hand down or back in downward facing dog. We'll flip it to the other side. And remember, you can just drop to your knees if that's too much for you. So I'm gonna spin my knees down, or my heels down to the right. And I'm gonna take a plank on this side. Again, you can unstack your feet if that's too much. You can always drop to your knee again. Thinking about lifting your hip up to the ceiling. Maybe you'll pick up your leg. Keeping your foot flexed is helpful too. When you're satisfied with your effort, you can bring your foot down, bring your hand down, back into downward facing dog. So again, the next thing, remember, you can drop to your knees, point your toes up if that works for you best. Now let's shift forward to a high push-up. So I got a nice long body, my belly's pulled in. I'm trying to keep my center engaged, just squeezing my thighs, lifting my pelvic floor so it'll feel a little bit lighter. I'm gonna turn my elbows back towards my hips and take a smaller push-up. Straighten your arms and bring it back to downward facing dog. Drop to your forearms, shift forward, that's dolphin plank, hold it here. If this one feels really good for you, maybe you'll pick up your right leg. You can put it down, pick up your left leg. Good, you can put it down, shift back to dolphin, and back to downward facing dog, pedal your heels out, all right? So there's 2 different ways you can do it. I'm gonna do a third set, and you can choose which way. I'll show you modified again, just in case, but if you wanna stay in down dog, that's a great place to be. So I'm gonna drop to my knees for modified. Again, I'm gonna point my right toes to the right side corner of the mat, and then pick up my right hand. Good, nice and easy, no problem. If you want a little bit more, you can pick up your leg and hold it right like that. Feels good, looks good. Go ahead, bring the leg down. Bring your hand down, you can bring your knee down. We'll try it on the other side. Point your left toes, pick up your left hand. Strong and sturdy, let's pick up the left leg. Nice work, we're gonna go ahead and bring the foot down, bring the hand down. You're back in your tabletop position. Let's point the toes up and then take a little push up. So keep your elbows close to the side of your body. Elbows kind of point back, shoulders back, activating your chest, keeping your belly pulled in, that's helpful. All right, we can straighten the arms, bring the toes back down, drop to your forearms, and then shift forward to a modified dolphin. Plenty of work going on in the modified postures too, so if you're taking that route, don't worry, you're getting plenty done. You can feel all kinds of work happening here, it's good work. All right, we'll go ahead and shift back. You can lift it back to tabletop, and then back into a downward facing dog. Good. So next I'm actually gonna shift this onto your belly. So we can bring it back to your high push-up, drop to your knees, and then lower it down onto your belly. And I'm gonna keep my fingers right underneath my shoulders, the tops of my feet flat to the mat. I'm gonna squeeze my booty, engage my legs, and then just take a baby cobra. So you should feel the lower back muscles squeezing, try to keep your shoulders down. Bending your elbows back towards your hips. And then lower down, good. So you touch your chin, slide back a little bit. Look to the right, and put your arms at your side and give yourself a breath. Bring your chin forward, and look to the left, and breathe. Bring your chin forward. Bring your hands onto your mat so your elbows are down a little bit like your dolphin plank. And then open up your legs like a V with the tops of your feet flat to your mat. From here, you can engage the legs a little bit and take a Sphinx. So I'm pressing my elbows towards my hips. There's a little leverage with my shoulders. Keep your breath moving. And lower down. And then slide the hands maybe even beyond your mat. And we'll gently press into your seal pose, straightening the arms, shoulders back, You can keep looking forward or you can shave your gaze behind you. Whatever's feeling good to you. And then go ahead and slowly lower down. Good job. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, press back to your tabletop, and then back into your downward facing dog. We'll pedal it out once again. Good. Now let's look forward, inhale. And then exhale, we'll just take some little steps so our feet are close to the hands. And then relax your neck, bend your knees a little bit, and then just hang loose. Maybe shaking your head right and left, drawing a little circle with it. If you go one direction, let's go the other direction too. Walk your hands to the right side of your body. Pulse a little bit. Walk your hands to the center. Take them to the other side. Walk your hands back to center. And one more time, you can pedal your heels out a little bit, let your head hang loose. And then nice and slow, you can unravel with your knees bent all the way up. Have the last thing to come up. And then just stand in mountain. So you can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn and face you. You got your heels and toes together. Legs are engaged. You can bring your arms over your head and bring your hands to heart center. And then just gaze to your fingertips. And breathe with me. So imagine you're lifting energy from the floor into your legs. Thighs are lightly engaged, glutes are lightly engaged, tailbone just points down a little bit so you can access that strength in your center. Lifting your rib cage away from your pelvis, but keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears, crown of the head, reaching to the ceiling. And just a soft gaze to your fingertips on the floor. Just asking your mind and your body to participate wholly in your practice. Sharing equal parts. Communicating the mind and the body together is going to pave way to your spiritual self. Bringing those three things together, that's what yoga is. Thanks for your responsibility this morning. Let's continue on. Inhale your arms up. Interlock your 10 fingers, release your index fingers, and cross your thumbs. Keep your legs nice and strong, like a mountain, come up out of your waist. And then just gently bend right and left. Just take it easy. Just getting warmed up here. But already a little bit more connected with yourself. So what do? Keep your belly engaged. Keep your whole center engaged. Let's go ahead and stop in the middle. We'll try it together. Now I think you'll move opposite of me, but listen carefully. Keep your feet down, lift up out of your waist, inhale, touch the ceiling, and then reach up and over to the right and slide your hips to the left. So I'm going to work to keep my body mindfully engaged. So I'll squeeze my hands together. I'll work to keep my arms nice and straight. My chin's up so I can breathe with ease, and my chest is lifted. Good. Think about lifting your left side armpit up to the ceiling so you come up and out of your waist. Grounded through the heel, slide that hip to the left. Keep your belly strong. Again, pelvic floor lifted helps. You want some space here at the end. We'll inhale, exhale, come down, and then release. Good. Let's try it on the other side. Inhale up and over to the left. So again, don't work to find all the space all at once. Just take your time with it. We're just investigating this posture, and then the depth will come here at the end. So right side armpit up to the ceiling. Hands glued together, arms are nice and straight, chin's lifted. Breath moving with ease, in and out through your nose. Sliding your hips a little bit further to the right as you lift your right side body up. And keeping your feet planted onto your mat. Creating some heat within, that's good. Warming up your body, let's take it down, find some space. We'll inhale, and then exhale, come down. You can reach and stretch. And then release, go ahead, stop. We'll try back bend. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to the side. Inhale your chest up. Exhale your head back. So that might be your back bend today, and this is a great place to be, is getting used to letting that head release. Taking it further, we'll inhale the chest up, and then exhale, start to pull the hands back, lift out of your waist, and look for the wall behind you. So that's a pretty good back bend here. Again, keep focusing on your own hands. Look at your fingers and try to point to the floor behind you. So your upper, middle, lower back is working, your center is engaged. When you're satisfied with your efforts, you can come on out. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, draw your line out and down. Fingers come to the floor. That's good. Feels good after a back bend like that. Shoot your head out and pedal your heels. And you can open up your feet so they're a couple to 2 fists apart. Something like that. Relax your neck and shake your head out. So a lot going on in that little series here. Let's take an inversion, kind of slow things down. Stretch your lower back, your hamstrings too. We'll move into gorilla pose and it goes like this. So you've got, I don't know, a fist and a half, 2 fists in between your feet. Feet parallel to each other. Slide your hands underneath your feet so your toes massage your wrist crease and the pads of your feet are in the palms of your hand. So this might be enough for you. Maybe a little bend in your knees, head relaxed. Gravity's going to help you do the work. And this is a great place to be. If you want to take it a little bit further, can you bend your elbows out to the side, relax your neck again. You lightly engage your thighs, pull your belly in, lift your shoulders away from your ears. And that'll create a little bit more sensation throughout the posture. Again, little adjustments, taking it nice and slow. So you've made one, so you can add a little bit more space. And make sure you're still in control of your breath. Can you feel a stretch in between your shoulder blades and your back as well as your legs? Step on your hands, give them a massage too. We'll pull, lengthen down. And then we'll release. So here, we'll get the feet back together and we'll halfway lift. So the hands are on the shin, the shoulders are back. Nice flat back, the best that you can. Inhale. Exhale, put your hands on the mat and step back into your downward facing dog. And pedal your heels on again. Good job. Right? Did a good job? Okay. Let's inhale the right leg back. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose. So you're going to keep your shin lifted, do a little crunch here. Let's inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your right side elbow. So you're going to do a little twist there to the right. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your nose, but you'll plant your right foot down and drop your back left knee. So I'm going to stay on the ball of my foot. I'm going to tap my fingers around my right foot and then lift into a little crescent lunge. Just a little lower to the ground. Still challenging your balance. Just a little lower to the ground. Let's inhale the arms up. Your right hand comes the inside of your right foot and you take a little twist. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. You're going to bring the left elbow to the outside of your knee and take a twist here. So you can look atop your right shoulder. Using your elbow and your thigh together as leverage to create more of a twist in your body. Good job. Let's inhale it up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Free your foot and step back into your downward facing dog and pedal your heels out once again. Same thing on the other side. Let's inhale the left leg back. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your left side elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Plant your foot down. You can drop your right side knee. Tent your fingers around your left foot and then lift it into a crescent lunge once again. Good. And again, take a moment here, a little wobbly on one side. Find a little bit more strength in it. Maybe press your toes down. Reach your fingers up. Inhale. Exhale your left hand to the inside of your left foot and take a twist again. When you're set, come on out of that. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your knee and take a twist once again. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through your heart center. Once again, you'll frame your foot and step back into your downward facing dog. Good job. Let's do a little bit of the chair pose together. I'm going to look forward, inhale, and then exhale. You can either walk forward or you can hop and bring your feet close to your hands and relax your neck and fold. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. We'll inhale it up. And I'm just going to turn face you. Bring your hands to your heart center and then sit back into your chair. So do your best to keep the weight a little bit in your heels. The thighs squeezing together is pretty helpful. Shoulders back, chest is lifted, it's no problem. You breathe in and out your nose. I love it. Want to do a little bit more to it? Lift your arms up. Right? And do a little bit more. You can stay here, that's fine too. You can lift your heels up, come onto the top of your toes. And then bend your knees and sit down a little bit deeper. We'll go like 3, 2, no problem. All right, bring the heels down. Bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, I'm going to take my right elbow to the outside of my left thigh and take a twist. So chances are your right hip will pull forward. Just keep it pressed back. Look atop your left shoulder. And if you want some more, you can open up your hands. Good, bring it back together. Meet me back to chair pose. Try the thunderbolt one more time. You can just start by lifting your arms up. If you want some more, you can lift your heels up, I know. Together, go ahead, bend your knees, sit down. Go 3, 2, okay, stay with me, bring your heels down. Weights back into the heels again. Hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right, bring your left elbow to the outside of your knee. Good. You can look atop your right shoulder. You can open up your hands. And when you're set, you can bring it back together. One more chair pose. Let's lift the arms up. Let's lift the heels up. Okay, let's bend the knees. We'll go down 4, 3, 2. You're great. All right, change. Go ahead and fold. All right. That was good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, put your hands on the mat and step back into your downward facing dog. I think we're ready to try some warriors now. Let's do it together. Inhale the right leg back. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your right side elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Plant your foot down, spin your backside foot, and lift into warrior 1. So if it doesn't come up as quick as me, that's okay. Take your time with it. And then take a moment to check out your alignment. So my back leg is super sturdy. Think about pressing your left heel into your mat. Once I'm confident in that back leg, then I can bend my front knee a little bit more and work to keep my hips square to the wall. Make sure you're not buckling into the knee or ankle, so you gotta keep that leg nice and strong. You've got it. You can bring your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift up your chest. And exhale, take that to humbly bound so you can bring your torso forward. Maybe it'll just be right here today. Maybe it'll come all the way to the inside of your thigh. Good. When you're ready to change, use your knuckles to help pull you out of it. You're in warrior 1. Oh, I'm going to be backwards. And we'll open to warrior 2. So, your pelvis is open. Your front knee is bent. Your back leg is super strong. Your shoulders are down and away from your ears and you're looking at your front side fingertips. Let's reach forward. Then inhale, reverse. Your right hand comes up and over your ear. And then bring your right forearm to the top of your thigh. And reach up and over your ear with your left for extended side angle. I'm going to try to keep my right hand engaged still. If that feels good for you and you want to try a little bit more, let's reach the right hand down to the mat. Good work. Now when you're all set here, you can come out of that. You use your top hand to kind of wheel you out of it warrior two. Straighten your front leg, shoot your left hip back, look at your front side hand. Inhale, exhale, watch your hand fall to your shin and reach up to the ceiling for triangle pose. You can gaze up to the ceiling too to test your balance. If you wobble too much, you can just keep your gaze down or wherever you're comfortable. Then use your top hand to pull you out of it, 5-pointed star. Bend your front knee, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your foot and do your best, step back into your downward facing dog, all right? Good work. Let's try it again on the other side. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Shin lifted nice and high, make the most of it. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Plant your foot down again. Do your best. Spin your backside foot. Content your fingers to help lift you into a warrior one. Good. So again, really thinking about even the back of your thighs and gaze. So trying to touch the back of your thigh to the back wall, pressing that heel down. Maybe you'll bend your front knee a little bit more. Someday your hips will be nice and square. If it's not today, that's okay. Just do your best. So that's warrior one. You find confidence there. Find your breath. Find a nice sturdy position. Your fingers are still working to reach up to the ceiling. Remember, mining that energy up. Let's bring the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift up your chest. And exhale, take your humbly bound again. Maybe you'll just be here. Maybe you'll come all the way down. Now, a lot of times my hip will want to open up. Try to keep it forward and down and that front knee nice and bent. Definitely going to challenge your balance and your leg strength. But we've already done that. You know you're super strong. You can do it. Nothing to worry about. Now using your top hands or your knuckles to kind of pull you out of it. Warrior one. Let's open it up to warrior two. All right, so you might have to adjust your feet a little bit. Ideally your knee and your ankle are coming in a line. Back leg is nice and straight, pelvis is open. Arms are long, shoulders are down, gazing to your front side fingertips. Warrior two. Now let's reach forward, reverse. And then take extended side angle on the exhale. Left arm to the thigh, right arm reaches up and over your ear. Keeping that left hand engaged so everybody's participating. And if you want a little bit more, you can take that left hand and reach it down. Good. Feels good, looks good. Let's use that top hand, we'll pull you out of it. Warrior two, straighten your front leg. Shoot your right hip back, look at your front side fingers. Inhale, exhale, watch your hand follow the shin and reach up to the ceiling. Triangle pose, you can gaze up to the ceiling as well. Good. Now again, when you come out of it, use your top hand to help pull you out of it. You can bend your front knee or warrior two. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your foot and step back into your downward facing dog. Good job. So we're going to cool it down a little bit here. Let's do some stretchy stuff. Inhale your right leg back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale your right leg back. Exhale, knee to your right side elbow. Inhale your leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale your leg back. Exhale, bring your right foot forward, outside of your foot, or the inside of your foot and the outside of your hand together for lizard lunge. So if you want to keep it lifted like this, that's fine to do. A little bit more flexibility, I'm going to just drop my left knee. And you might say, right like this, that's plenty going on, that's fine. If you don't feel enough, maybe you can lean forward just a little bit. Or you can bring your elbows down and then pause here. And just breathe. So a big old hip opener at the end of the class feels good. Now when we come out of it, let's straighten the arms. Press into the back left ball of the foot to pick up your knee. I'm going to inhale the right leg back. And then exhale, put the foot down. You can pedal your heels out. Good. Now let's inhale, left leg back. Again, exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, step the foot forward for lizard lunge. Again, the outside of your hand and the inside of your foot together. You can drop your right knee or you can keep it lifted for strength. I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Again, if you need some more sensation, you can lean forward. Or you can bring it down to your forearms. Still having the breathing at the front of your mind's eye, deep breathing in and out through your nose. Helps you to find more space. Now when you're all set here, you can press into your hands. Again, I'm going to press on the right ball of the foot, straighten the leg, inhale the leg back. And then exhale, put the foot down, back to down dog. You can pedal your heels out again. Good work, everybody. So now I'm just going to transition onto the floor. I'm going to look forward, inhale. And exhale, I'm going to hop across my feet and then bring it to a seated position. If that doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can just meet me in a place like this. So let's do a couple ab exercises, and then we'll keep stretching it out. So I'm just going to face you. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to keep my knees bent, my feet flat. I'm going to lean back a little bit. I'm going to inhale my arms up. And then I'm going to exhale, twist to the left. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, roll your shoulders forward, lean back a little bit, hold it here. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale your arms up. Roll your shoulders forward, lean back a little bit. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it up. Roll your shoulders forward, lean back again. We're almost there. You're doing great. Inhale it up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it up. Roll your shoulders forward, lean back a little bit, hold it here. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it up. Shoulders forward, lean back a little bit. Inhale it up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it up. Roll your shoulders forward and lean back the whole way until you're on your back. So all the way back, all the way back. Good, we made it on your back, so you can put your arms at your side, maybe out to the side a little bit. Your knees are bent here. I'm gonna just take a little windshield wiper if that feels good. Oh yeah, you made it down to the floor now. Let's go ahead and lift your legs up. And lift your hands up too, and just take a break. So a little restorative, kind of silly feeling sometimes, but a good posture to slow your heart rate down. Start to wind things down. We're at the end of a class. So we're going to start thinking in that frame of mind. Cooling it off, getting ready for our day. Let's go ahead and bend the knees and grab the feet from the outside and take happy baby. So if you're feeling rather open, maybe you'll straighten one leg. Straighten the other and see how it goes. You don't have to do that. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then pull your elbows or your knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. And then you can go ahead and lower your feet down. So I'm going to put my right foot on top of my right knee. Legs are like a 4 shape. Reverse pigeon. I'm going to pick up my left foot. Interlock my fingers behind my left thigh and then gently pull that thigh into the chest. Reverse pigeon. Chins tuck, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Try it on the other side. So now I'll take my left foot, put it on top of my right knee, pick up my right foot, and I'll work my fingers behind my right thigh and pull the knee into the chest. Again, watch your belly, feel your belly moving, hear your breath moving. I'll get a little bit more space. And then we'll go ahead and lower down. Set up for your bridge pose. So now my fingertips graze the back of my heels. Say I've got 6 to 8 inches between my feet, my calves, my knees, and my thighs. You're going to keep your chin down the center of your body. And then inhale and press up, lift up your pelvis. So we're going to do 3 back bends all together, starting with just bridge pose, which you can choose to do 3 times. Try to keep your thighs, calves, feet all the same distance apart as when you started. Go ahead, lower down. Good. So another set of bridge if you're feeling ambitious and you want to add a little bit to it. I'm going to keep my chin tucked, look down the center of my body, and inhale, lift it up for bridge. And then maybe you'll try to pick up one of your legs. You can lower it down, try the other side, see how it goes. Lower it down, and then bring it all down together. Our last back bend you can try, and again, only do it if you've done it before and you know your wheel pose, or else just choose to do another set of bridge. As wheel, I'm going to flip my fingers towards my hips, bring my heels a little bit closer to the center, and then inhale and press it up. When you're satisfied with your efforts, you can lower it back down, just the way that you went into it, and then lift your legs up again. So now your legs up the wall, and you can just pause here. This is a great place to be. You can lift your hands into it as well. If you want to move on to the shoulder stand, you're going to lift up your hips, hang on in with your hands over to keep your feet and your hips in a nice straight line. When you start to bring your toes over your head, that's when it's going to put some pressure in your neck. So finding shoulder stand first, before maybe you consider watching your toes come over your head and moving into plow. So once the toes touch, I'll press my heels back. Lots of support here. When I'm confident, I can unleash my hands and interlock my fingers. So wherever you're at, it's a great place to be. Remember, you shouldn't be feeling pain in these, just your personal edge. So don't cross that boundary. Trust your body. When you're satisfied with your efforts here, go ahead and lift your legs up. Find your shoulder stand again. You can lower your hips down. Let's bend the knees in, give them a squeeze. And then put your feet down on your mat and open up your arms like a T. I'm going to turn my head to the right and then just gently let my knees fall to the left for a spine twist. Feels so good. Let's change sides. I'm going to roll my knees back to center, bring my chin back to neutral, and then try it on the other side, turning my head to the left and just gently letting the knees fall to the right. I'm going to bring the knees back to the center. Bring both your knees in and give them a squeeze. And we'll take this Savasana together before we close class. So Savasana, just lying on your back, toes fall open, palms face the ceiling, and just relax here. Let's try to take 5 breaths in and out through the nose. Again, allowing your belly to rise and fall with your inhale. And your exhale. Now you can keep your eyes closed and just gently roll to your right side. And take a moment here, pause. Just a loose fetal position, just relax here on your right. You can keep your eyes closed, feet open, that's fine. I'm going to press myself into a seated position. So find your sit bones, your favorite seated position, long spine. Open up your palms in a receiving position and pause here. Just breathe with me. So I'll invite you to stay and sit in this position for as long as you like. And give yourself an opportunity maybe to sit here for even 5 minutes and just breathe. Let your mind be clear. Let your body enjoy the work that you've done for it. Being in a good habit of carving out some time to take care of yourself. Again, if you have to go, you'll do so quietly. But I do invite you to just try to sit here and listen, meditate, and breathe for the next 3 to 5 minutes just for you. I will see you all next weekend. Thank you so much for taking this cyber yoga class at the Millville Community Library. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and namaste.